Hey guys, what's up? Today I wanted to talk about what I consider to be the meta Gunslinger PvP build. So first we'll go over stats. We got 250 specialization and 750 swiftness. I've been watching the Korean tournaments, and both of the Gunslingers that they've shown, where they've shown their build, are using this stat allocation. I don't use the one crit as I explained in an older video, but it's always been between spec and domination. And I've been using spec a lot more lately, and I just tend to like the more consistent damage increase. There are matches where I'll start off, I'll hit a perfect shot, I'll hit a focus shot, and none of them are on CC targets. I just like hit them raw, right? And then I'll go in, I'll do a stagger combo into last request. And if you think about it, that whole time I didn't take advantage of domination once. And so it's times like that that I think, wow, I didn't increase my damage at all, where a spec could have. So domination is kind of like a more inconsistent stat, which potentially could be higher damage, and spec is a more consistent stat. I like consistent, and overall, I think it is a higher damage increase on average. So it's hard to tell, but use either one. I prefer spec. So first, we'll go over the pistol skills. We're taking Spiral Tracker, Grenade, Quick Step, Dexterous Shot, Peacekeeper, Somersault Shot, Bullet Rain, and Deathfire. And we'll go over the tripods for those. So in Spiral Tracker, we're taking Swift Fingers. Non-negotiable. Always take it. You need this ability to move. You need it to cast quicker and everything so that you can actually keep your combos going with it. And next we have Grenade. You always take the Freeze, and it's between these two. You can either take the wider explosion radius, so it's easier to hit like two people, or it's just easier to hit on a moving target that's close to you, or the throw distance. I have begun to highly prefer the throw distance. There's times where I want to appeal for my teammates, and it's like I just need to throw it farther. So, and both of the Koreans in the tournament that they showed their build, they use this one too. And yeah, that's what I prefer. And actually, what I was intending to do here is show that there's 28 points that are kind of free to use in this build, and I'll explain where you can use them. So next up, we have a 7 in Quick Step. We have excellent mobility and tenacity. And this is the first option to where you can use the 10 points. You can put 10 in here and get this second shot. So usually you slide and then you shoot. And sometimes you won't know if that shot will actually hit and stagger your target. Sometimes you won't even think you will hit it, so you'll like use it and then you'll do something else like a dexterous shot to try to hit them. But you actually will hit them. Well, with this, you can shoot the shot, see if it hits or not, and then shoot the second shot. And if it does hit, then you know you're going to hit the second shot, and you just go straight into your combo. So it helps you hit confirm if you're familiar with that sort of fighting game terminology. And it also, throughout the duration of the second shot, keeps the push immunity, so it makes you more protected. If the second shot doesn't do like super lousy damage, you can do like 2,000 on the first shot, 4,000 on the second shot, just 6,000 damage. It's not horrible. It's a small damage increase, but it gives you more utility, more hit confirmation. So I quite like that one. I've been using that the most lately. Next up, we have Somersault Shot. Here you can take either of these top ones. Sometimes I run out of mana, and so I like to take Magic Control. And sometimes it's a more slow match, and obviously in that one where you're never going to run out of mana, take Agile Movement. So just kind of determine which you think will be the stronger choice. And then we have Master of Evasion and Super Armor. Always take these. Next up, we have Deathfire, Tenacity, Chain Throw, Infiltrate, Decimation. Always take these three in my opinion. Some people take the Frost Bomb, but I just straight up disagree with it. I think Chain Throw is better. Dexterous Shot, we have Agile Movement and Excellent Mobility. Peacekeeper, Excellent Mobility, and Bullet Rain, AoE Fire. This is the one that's not necessary. If you wanted to, you could take 4 out of here, put them into Sharpshooter, and take Endless Magic Bullet. And yeah, that's another option. I still prefer Bullet Rain myself. And then we have Hour of Judgment. Just don't put any points in this. And then Last Request. This is the place that both of the Korean players put their 10 points. And I think this is the most common place to put the 10 points. It's so satisfying to go in melee range, get a combo going, and hit him with a 10-point last request, and then follow it up with an Hour of Judgment. It's just big damage. So that's going to be the most common way to play this build, in my opinion, is 10 last request. And then next up we have Dual Buckshot. You always take the 15% attack speed here. For one, if an opponent's knocked down, you just need some quick damage. This is your best option, I think, outside of Hour of Judgment, but you can do both of them. But the big part with the 15% attack speed is that you can hit somebody with a dexterous shot, swap to your shotgun, dual buckshot, and then after the third hit, which is the last hit, you can go straight into last request. And if you have 10 in last request, this is a pretty juicy combo. I mean, dex shot, dual buckshot, last request, pop them up in the air, Hour of Judgment. That's some big damage. Even without 10 in last request, that's still pretty big damage. So the dual buckshot with 15% attack speed is just really good. Without it, you wouldn't be able to do that combo. So it's pretty significant. Then we have sharpshooter. Don't put any points in there. Then we have spiral flame. Take the aiming time speed here. So something to know about spiral flame is that it's a part of our biggest combo. You can go in, hit him with spiral tracker, take your sniper out, spiral flame, and that'll pop him up in the air. And then before they hit the ground, you freeze them with the freeze grenade, swap the catastrophe, boom, big damage. But I'll make a combo video at some point. We'll go over that, but that's just something to note there. It's really important to get that so you can do those kind of combos or follow up your other sniper shots or hit people on the ground. Really valuable 4-pointer. And then we have catastrophe. You take tenacity and carpet bombing, and both of these middle traits are damage increases. This one's a more consistent damage increase, and this one's like, if you do get it off, it's bigger. It's kind of like the difference between Dom and Spec. So I've been taking this one because I like consistent, but there's definitely times where if I miss this one. Like if I would have had it, I would have just destroyed a target. So just kind of up to you, whichever one you want. Then we have perfect shot. You take stable stance, perfect aim. This is another option for putting 10 points into. I watched a lot of my videos to try to figure out, just by watching them, where I should put these points, and just doing some math and watching some matches. If you hit like 4 last requests and 5 perfect shots in a match, it actually wouldn't matter whether you put 10 in perfect shot or 10 in last request. It's pretty much going to be the same damage. But there are a lot of matches I watched where I was hitting 3 or 4 perfect shots before I ever hit a last request, and those were against teams where I was really afraid to go in, like Sork, Artillerist, those kind of targets where you could suffer a lot of damage just for being near them and their teammates. And it makes you just want to have a more evasive ranged play style where if you do go in, you're always ready to get away because you see an ally peeling for the person you're on. So last request can be really risky, whereas 10 in perfect shot, it not only does it give you paralysis immunity, it has a bunch of range. So it's like the safer damage increase. And also there are matches where it's going to be straight up the higher damage increase. And this also fits my playstyle more. I think I just tend to have a more safe ranged playstyle than most. And then we have focus shot. I think you just always take these 3. There might be some situations to take the stun, but I would just always take these 3 in my opinion. And then for the awakening, you always take the high caliber HE bullet. I think it is so easy to hit 2 or 3 targets, and often 3 targets every single match. If you whiff it, you're really sad, and it's your fault. The most of the time I use it is I'm going in, and usually I would just do a regular catastrophe or last request combo, and I see an ally of theirs trying to peel me off of his teammate, and I'll just freeze and just go straight into the high caliber bullet. Guaranteed that guy running at me is gonna get to me and realize I'm ulting and just be like, crap, yeah, I'm getting hit, and I'm gonna hit the guy I froze too. So that's 2 people, and sometimes the other third person's like running in to help his allies, and he gets hit. Happens all the time, and hitting 3 people is just such a giant swing. It makes your teammates excited. They run in, you get a triple kill, blah blah blah. So anyways, these 28 points. Now that we've gone over the builds, and by the way, here's the shotgun skills: dual buckshot, Hour of Judgment, sharpshooter, last request, spiral flame, catastrophe, perfect shot, focus shot. Yeah, perfect shot, 10 points in there with enhanced shot. Last request, 10 points in there with volley. I've seen some people use double shot, and even though they both say 80% damage increase, volley is a higher damage increase. So I don't really understand. These are so similar that it's hard to tell why they made them so similar. Like, make one of them very different or something. But they feel exactly the same, but volley's bigger damage, so just do that one. Or quickstep. And quickstep's what I've been using the most, and I think it's also the rarest. People really love 10 last request, and I can see why. And I think people really love 10 perfect shot too. Hitting those like juicy 20k plus range snipes feels pretty good. But I love the extra push immunity and utility of quickstep. And I still do a lot of damage in a match. You know, you just find the damage by playing well. If you're relying on these big damage skills to do your damage, I think you're playing Gunslinger wrong. Not that those damage increases are bad. They're very good. There are matches where I wish I would have taken 10 perfect shot or 10 last request when I had 10 quick step, but there's a lot of matches where I'm extremely thankful I used 10 quick step. So yeah, anyways, there's other places you could put these 28 points if you want. You know, you could come down here and put 7 into the dual buckshot and take tenacity for the extra push immunity. Well, and then put 4 in sharpshooter, and then 4 in hour of judgment. You get the idea. You can kind of just put them anywhere you want, and this build's gonna be good either way. You could play without the 28 points of the build, and it's gonna be good. So yeah, that's the build. Thanks for watching, guys, and enjoy. Peace.